If you don't want to be completely disconnected from the world while you're traveling Europe, you don't have to be. Here's how you can use your phone when you're traveling. First, before you leave, you should check with your phone provider about an international plan. These are usually pretty expensive, but there are some companies that are starting to make it more affordable, so you might as well see if you're one of them. You're gonna want to make sure that you ask how many countries that the plan covers, the cost of the call, text, and data limits, and what happens when you reach those limits, and how to find out how much you use so far. So will you get notifications saying that you've reached your 3G limit or that you've sent too many texts before you get charged an arm and a leg? You don't want any surprises when you get home from your trip. So if an international phone plan isn't an option for you, then your next best option is to get a SIM card. This is essentially a little teeny card that goes into your phone that gets you connected to a cell network. By getting yourself a local SIM card when you're traveling Europe, you can actually make calls, texts, and use data at a local rate, which will save you a lot of money. If you have an old-fashioned phone, then most likely it's actually really easy for you to switch out your SIM card. And then even though you don't have data, you can still use the phone to call for taxis or call restaurants, whatever you need to do. If you have a smartphone, you'll need to make sure that your phone is unlocked before you'll be able to switch your SIM card, and then also make sure that it actually connects. Not all phones from the US can be unlocked, so the best thing to do, whatever kind of phone you have, is to call up your phone provider and ask them if you can do it. Then if you find out you can actually switch your SIM cards, you'll be able to find yourself a pay-as-you-go SIM card pretty easily. You'll definitely be able to get them in airports and train stations, and most times you can find them in convenience stores, grocery stores, places like that. And because it's pay-as-you-go, you only pay for the amount that you used, and then you can top up if you need more. And also when you're choosing one, just take note of what you need to do to be able to top your phone up. So you might not want to throw away the card that it comes on because it probably has instructions on there. If you're going to be visiting a bunch of different countries on your trip, a local SIM card might not be the best option for you because you're only going to get charged local rates if you stay in that one country. So if you can't unlock your phone to switch out the SIM card, or you're going to be traveling to a bunch of different countries, then a pocket Wi-Fi device might be the best option for you. This is essentially a little pocket device, usually about this big, that can get Wi-Fi and internet access. So you can keep it in your pocket, and you can usually connect like 4 or 5 devices to it. This is a good option if you constantly want to be connected, or you're worried that you're going to be staying in places with unreliable internet. I'll leave a link down in the description to where you can get a pocket 3G device. Take note that it doesn't give you access to call and text, but if you have 3G, you can use WhatsApp, you can use iMessage, and you can even use Skype to call somebody if you need to. Then there's always the option of just staying offline until you find some place to get some free Wi-Fi. If you're used to being always connected to your phone, why not make your vacation into an actual vacation and make sure that nobody can contact you when you don't want to be contacted? Not only will you be able to relax a bit, you'll save yourself some money too. There's an app that will help you find free Wi-Fi spots around wherever you are. The only catch is that you actually have to have Wi-Fi to be able to use the app, but if you can hop on some Wi-Fi for a few minutes, find yourself a nice cafe or a lunch spot that has free Wi-Fi, then you can go park up there. I'll leave a link to that app down in the description box. On your Euro trip, are you going to be staying connected, or are you going to go off the grid? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, I have a whole playlist of other videos that will help you with your trip to Europe, so go ahead and click the box up here to watch the rest of them. And I'll see you in the next video. How are you going to get around Europe during your trip? Let's talk about your transportation options. And make sure you watch to the end of this video because I have a freebie for you that's going to help you with your trip plan.